Well, hiya, BookTube. Bill Ruttenberg here with the Ruttenberg Library. Wanted to come to you tonight with a book haul. I've had actually not just a book haul. These would actually be mail hauls. I've had a couple of different mail hauls. I've had friends from out in BookTube land who have sent me some books, and I've been very happy recipient of those, and wanted to thank them for sending books, and so I wanted to show them to you. I got my good friend Paul from St. Louis. He sent me a stack of 6 books here, and I've already read one of them, and both of the mail hauls, I'm going to do another mail haul right after this second video. They're both chock full of baseball books, and I'm so excited because they go perfect with my opening day project where I try to read a baseball book every month of the Major League Baseball season. And I've already got my March book already completed. I started it in March, finished it at the beginning of April, and I've got a second book started, and I actually have another one I'm going to get started, and another one down there from a book haul that I did that last weekend. I've got books coming out the ear, and I'm trying to get them all read, and I'm having a lot of fun doing it. But anyway, I wanted to thank Paul for sending these books to me. I'm very thankful for that. And like I said, I wanted to show you some books. So let's go through these books. So the first one, and this is the one that I've already read. It's On the Eighth Day, God Made Baseball. It's by Mark Little, who is a major league pitcher himself. So this is kind of like some memoirs with a foreword by Whitey Herzog, who was one of his coaches in the years that he played. And of course, he played in the 1970s, and how far did he go into the 80s? Did he go into the 80s? I can't even remember. Oh, that's terrible. Most of his career was in the 1970s. But this is a good book. It's just it's not going to win any Pulitzers. It's not that type of book. But if you're a baseball fan who likes baseball memoirs, it's really good. Very entertaining. It's a 2016 book. And again, Mark Little. And just I'll read the back cover to you. It says, Major League Baseball has had its share of characters. Mark Little is a one-of-a-kind, mold-breaking country boy from the Boot Heel of Missouri. In this book, Mark takes you through his wild and woolly career as a baseball player, from his very first at-bat when he was 6 years old through his career in the major leagues. This collection of unbelievable tales will have you on the floor laughing, and it did have me laughing pretty hard. As a matter of fact, it had me snickering in the middle of my class. We were doing SSR at school, and I was reading it, and I started snickering. And then I had to explain to him why I was laughing. But anyway, as Mark's southern twang and quick wit show you a side of baseball you've never seen before. Read on to discover what the most common baseball term is, how a country boy from Missouri made it from the farm to the major league pitching mound, and why the city of Cleveland won't let Mark back. So this was just a real good baseball memoir. Again, I've read several of these over the last several years, and this one's a good one. He's got a scene in here. Probably my favorite part of the book. He's got a scene in here where he's in the bullpen warming up, and when he's throwing, he accidentally let one fly. The ball took off on him. And if you've ever pitched before, that happens every once in a while. You'll just get one that goes 20 feet in the air, and you can't explain it. It happens. And he had one of those, and it sailed over the bullpen. They were out in the bullpen, and it sailed over the wall, ended up hitting an old lady and knocking her out cold. And all of the fans up there thought he did it on purpose. Total accident. Thought he did it on purpose. And they started raining hot dogs and anything else they were eating, their drinks and everything, down into the bullpen. Looked like a war zone. And I feel bad for the old lady that got hit, but it was kind of funny, the whole incident itself. But anyway, I recommend that one. It's good. It's funny. If you're a baseball fan, you'll enjoy that. The next one he sent me was, I said this one, the foreword was by Whitey Herzog. Well, this is a book. This is Whitey Herzog's memoirs, and it's White Rat: A Life in Baseball. Whitey Herzog with Kevin Horrigan. And this one's going to be one I'm going to probably get through this one here pretty quick. I'm going to start it and get through it. It is, again, just a memoir or autobiography, whatever you want to call it. 1987 is your date on this one, and Harper and Row Publishers. And so looking forward to that. I haven't read too many of them from a coaching perspective. I usually just read the player perspective. So this will be good to get into. Pretty excited about that. And again, these books are nice. They're quick reads. You're not gonna spend 2 months trying to get through them. These you can get through in just a couple of days. This next one he sent me, the third one, is by Roger Kahn. It's October Men, Reggie Jackson, George Steinbrenner, Billy Martin and the Yankees' miraculous finish in 1978. Pretty happy with this. This is going to be, I think, a really good one. I've read, what else did I read by Roger Kahn? Was it The Boys of Summer? I know I've read something else by Roger Kahn. He's a good writer. But this one came out in, give me just a second here. This one came out in 2003, and it is a Harcourt book. I'll read the back cover to you. It says, on the morning of October 2nd, 1978, the Yankees, once 14 games behind, found themselves tied for first place with the Boston Red Sox. They capped one of the most thrilling comebacks in baseball history by defeating the Red Sox that afternoon in a game that many still remember as the greatest ever played. Transporting us into the midst of this unforgettable team, Roger Kahn weaves the first in-depth account of the legendary season of '78 and renders the story of an American classic. And so really looking forward to this. This is just before I was born. I was not quite on the scene yet, but this is pretty close to right around the time I was born. Let's see. Next one, a little bit of World War II here. This is Day of Infamy by Walter Lord. Now, this is one that I've heard quite a bit about and supposed to be good. I have not read it yet. It's about Pearl Harbor and Japanese attack on Pearl Harbor, bringing the United States into the war. It's an Owl book, Henry Holt and Company out of New York, and this particular printing is a 1985, and it looks like the original copyright was 1957. I guess I didn't realize it was that old. No, this is a 2001. Excuse me. This printing's 2001, but originally 1957 on the copyright. I didn't realize it was that old. Says in a historic 6-minute speech, President Roosevelt made the grim announcement yesterday, December 7th, 1941. Or maybe I should get into my voice. Yesterday, December 7th, 1941, a date which will live in infamy. The United States of America was suddenly and deliberately attacked by naval and air forces of the Empire of Japan. My kids always get a kick out of me when we go through this and we actually watch the speech, and I go through the little voiceover beforehand, and they're all laughing at me thinking I'm weird, and then they watch the speech and they're like, hey, that wasn't bad. You were pretty close. You don't need to leave comments if you think it was a horrible impersonation. Anyway, it says, in Day of Infamy, Walter Lord traces in brilliant detail the human drama of the great attack, the spies behind it, the Japanese pilots, the crews of the stricken warships, the men at the airfields and on the bases, the generals, the sailors, the housewives, and the children who responded to the attack with anger, numbness, and magnificent courage. Day of Infamy is an inspiring human document of one of the truly great epics in American history. And I've heard nothing but, like I said, nothing but good about this particular book. So thank you, Paul, for that. I'm looking forward to that. That would actually be for the very, very end of like that last week of Nonfiction November, that would be really good to read it then. And then I have it all fresh in my head for World War II, December 7th. And I could maybe give some fresh details on that to my kids in class. That might be kind of an idea on that. The next one, so we got two left. The next two are Civil War books. The next one is dealing with the Lincoln family here. It's The Madness of Mary Lincoln by Jason Emerson, and this is one I do not have. I have a couple biographies on Mary Lincoln in my Lincoln collection. Of course, most of it's on Abraham Lincoln, but yeah, I was looking forward to that. Pretty exciting stuff. And again, all these books are like perfect size for buzzing right through them. I like that. A couple 100 pages, a couple 300 pages, and away we go. The Jason Emerson, journalist and independent historian known for his insightful studies of the Lincoln family. His other books include Giant in the Shadows, The Life of Robert T. Lincoln, Lincoln the Inventor, and then The Dark Days of Abraham Lincoln's Widow, as revealed by her own letters. So it sounds like he's gotten some other Lincoln books in there, and I have not read any of them, so he will be a new author for me. But I'm looking forward to that. It's from Southern Illinois University Press out of Carbondale and Edwardsville, and it's a 2007 book. So thank you again, Paul. You know I like Lincoln. You know I like my baseball too. So you did really well with this chunk of books that you sent. Of course, you always do. I've liked everything you've sent. So the last one, like I said, another Civil War selection here. Says, let's see, Blood, Stories of Life and Death from the Civil War, edited by Peter Kadzis. I'm probably messing that up. But it's got a whole bunch of selections. You got Michael Shahara, George Pickett, W.W. Blackford, Stephen Crane, Thomas W. Higginson. Let's see, do I recognize any of the others? Shelby Foote, Abraham Lincoln, Walt Whitman, Ulysses Grant, William Sherman. So you got lots of names in there. Here, I'll get real close. You can see all the names of different selections that are in this book. And this is from Adrenaline Books. That's a publisher I have not heard of. Thunder's Mouth Press. And let me give you a year on it. Uh-oh. There we go. To the year 2000. So yeah, this is going to be awesome. Looks like a collection of short stories, so you can kind of pick and choose your way through it, or read a little bit here and a little bit there, and yeah, it'll be good. So thank you, Paul. I am very excited to dig into those. Like I told you, I've already read one of them. That was my opening day book. I was reading a different one, but this one came up, and I was like, I can probably knock that out pretty quick. And considering, baseball started on March 28th, didn't have very much time to get that March book in, so that worked out perfect for me. But yeah, I'm going to dig into The White Rat here soon, and then I have another one that I bought on Nolan Ryan that I'm going to be digging into. And then I've already got one that my friend Todd from up in Michigan, Todd's BookTube. Some of you may subscribe to him, but he sent me some baseball books last year, and I'm reading one of those right now. So anyway, without further rambling, this has been my book haul from Paul in St. Louis. Thank you again, Paul. I really appreciate that. I'm looking forward to digging into all of these. So BookTube, I hope this maybe gave you some selections for the baseball season for your Civil War studies. So until next time, thank you for watching, and happy reading.